It's Labor Day weekend. Haven't done too much talking this year on YouTube about the Rebel going on, but a lot's been happening behind the scenes. Avis has teamed up with Liz this year, if I didn't mention that already before, and I don't think I have, not on YouTube anyways. And we got a big Rebel training weekend going on over here. We got I think roughly 17 teams that have shown up to do a little training together out here in St. George in the Warner Valley area today, and tomorrow we'll be out in another area. But pretty cool stuff. All the teams are getting themselves aired down, making final preparations, getting the last checkpoints plotted on their maps, and getting ready to start them in 2-minute intervals here. And first off the line is Kara and Danielle.
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have fun. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go.
It's not like it's a race.
Exactly. Just take it slow.
Right? And it changes every year too. There's always like new twists. Morning!
Morning. Cool wrap.
Thank you.
Maybe this will give you the Rebel bug. Nothing happened on my side. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good to go. Have fun. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Have fun.
The rough part, right? Okay. She's
Okay.
letting me navigate. She's navigating, letting me drive.
She's not,
Gotta
yeah.
take the Dramamine.
Little car sickness potentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're wearing it because she's driving, so I got the heavy duty sports bra on too. So
Perfect.
we got all the things. We're ready. We're ready.
You're well prepared.
Oh, we gotta power this girl on.
So, Taraland, you created this course today that everybody's navigating. What are they in for?
There's some cool little desert surprises. cool desert
Yes,
surprises?
I'm excited for checkpoint 4. Maybe.
Ooh, good to know. All right, maybe.
So we're doing some nice groomed roads, up some like 4-wheel drive kind of stuff into the dunes. So it should be really fun. Yeah.
Awesome.
3, 2, 1. Have fun. Thank you for organizing all this. It's very exciting. I'm just here. That's it?
They're fast. If
Yeah, but they're bigger than people.
That's fair.
Thank you. No problem. One. Sorry.
You might notice that some of the teams are wearing helmets out here today and some of the teams are not wearing helmets. That is no indication of what the teams intend to be doing. They're all going to be doing the same thing. But during the Rebelle, they are required to wear their helmets during the stages. So some of the girls are out here kind of just practicing, getting used to that weight on their head, and you know, just getting themselves prepped for having to wear that thing for 8 or 9 days straight, whatever it is that they're going to be out there. And others have chosen not to wear it. So if you were wondering why some are and some aren't, that's why. All right.
Sandwich.
Sandwich. Natalie successfully got everybody off the line. And for those of you who followed anything on our channel last year probably know that Natalie competed on Team 118 last year as the navigator with Liz. And she's not competing this year, but she's helping out a lot today. And she's going to navigate for me today while we go chase the teams around and kind of see what they're getting into.
Yeah, we'll have our tech version of the rally.
Yes. All right, let's get in a little Jeep and go find some teams to chase around. Nat and I are out chasing around the vehicles in earnest, trying to get ourselves in front of the ones that we can and still stay far enough back to see some of the teams that are near the back, right?
Yeah.
So we've posted up here in this little, I don't know, what do we call this, Nat? Little, is it a canyon? It's not really like a canyon, it's
Valley?
a valley? I don't know. We're in this little, you know, something like that, whatever we're gonna call that. Little Jeep's up there, and we're just gonna sit here and wait for some teams to come through this this spot. We have made it out to the start of the on-time enduro, and we have Danielle's husband here seeing the girls off as they come, and one of the Ford teams here is the first team to arrive at the enduro. So this is, where are we at, Nat? 14 checkpoints in at this point?
14.
Okay. So we've been kind of driving like crazy trying to get back up to the front in some of these teams after they all left this morning. So we're gonna slow it down a little bit from here, I think, and you know, catch some of these teams going through. We're gonna make our way out into Sand Hollow, and yeah, some good stuff. So yeah, let's go over and have Nat explain to us, what is, Nat, an on-time enduro? What's happening here?
Gosh, all right, so remember back in the day when we used to print out our MapQuest instructions to tell us like where we needed to turn to get everywhere? Think of that in a picture book form. And you get the speed that, the average speed that, oh wait, hold on, sometimes. So in this case, we are getting, I actually haven't looked at the enduro, so I can't give you that answer.
Nat's struggling.
Distance? I am struggling. So I know they give you distance.
So there's on-route enduros and there's on-time enduros.
Right, and this is the on-time.
Today they're practicing on-time.
Thank you. So that means they are giving us our distance and our average speed that we need to go. So we're calculating, or the girls calculated, their average time that they need to be hitting at each, not average, actually exact time at each not checkpoint, but like turn, and sometimes, at least during the Rebelle, there are actual like markers where you have to be hitting those at a certain time to get a certain amount of points. Yeah. So then that way you can get either your full points for the enduro or at least partial points for everyone.
If you release on time for a portion of it rather than all of it.
Within 3 to 5 seconds, it depends.
So the goal is basically you're given speeds, you're given a turn-by-turn direction book, and you have to maintain those speeds through those directions. And so when you leave, your time is marked here, and you have to actually arrive at the time you're supposed to arrive, and that's how you get maximum points. And then depending on where you're at, right?
Yep.
So, anyways.
So hopefully the girls did their math right.
Hopefully they did their math right, yeah, because they had to. There's a bunch of math involved for them to figure that out.
Oh yeah.
And so.
And this is the nice time where everyone kind of takes a second, resets, because you have to completely shift like your mind.
From what you were doing.
From what you were doing.
Yep.
So the Bronco team here is taking like their time, which is exactly what you want to do. You don't want to rush into these, because by just rushing from plotting into enduro back into plotting, you have papers everywhere, you got your pens, you have your stopwatches. You want to make sure you're ready to go for each thing.
You're set. All right.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think they're about to go off the line. Let's catch them here.
Cool.
Let me move up here away from that loud Jeep fan noise. So Kara and Danielle have just come in, and they did something kind of interesting. They are switching driver and navigator. So apparently, I guess for the enduros, Danielle drives and Kara navigates, and then they'll switch back at the end of the enduro. So that was, I didn't know some teams did that, but apparently this team is doing that. And I see a few more vehicles off in the distance starting to roll in. So let's go see who's coming in next. All right, a few more teams rolling in here. We got the Lexus GX460 that came in. We got Nina and Terilyn, got Avis and Liz, and I think they're all, I don't know if they're stopping to get some lunch or what they're doing here, but it looks like we're taking a little break. So let's go find out how it's going. Okay.
We're finding some stuff. Maybe gave up a point here or there.
Okay.
We were driving, we heard this like thunk, and I was like, ooh, that's a noise in the bed. Our tire totally fell over.
Oh, the tire came unstrapped. Yeah. Okay, that's
Liz
good to know.
wasn't even sure it stayed in the bed, but it
Okay.
did. It stayed in the bed.
So something to work on a better system for that.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. We tightened it up, and then we decided we would just check it every couple days. That was our system to date. Check it more.
Check it every couple of days.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Our shovel is good. Things are working pretty good so far.
Liz, how the taco feeling?
Oh, it feels good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had some rockier stuff. I mean, it definitely likes the higher speed stuff better.
Yeah.
But they tend to. So.
Yeah, we're coming up with a better system for this. This is just temporary for today.
I thought it was great.
And
But hey,
tomorrow?
it seems to be working actually.
All right, so ham and turkey, you want to mix them? Or do you want one
You,
specifically?
however you would like it, I will deal with what's left over.
Your Dramamine working? You keeping from getting car
Yes.
sick?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm having a great time. I'm giving myself full points on all the blacks. So
Whether you got them or not, you get them.
yeah, we got them. It depends on the radius. Whoever put this event together didn't give us a specific radius or points, so it's hard to strategize.
Who was that? Who did that?
It's at least 50 meters.
Oh no, she's good. It's actually good because it's like the thing was like make me navigate since I don't know the course, but she can't remember what she did anyway, so it was really. There was like one or two. She's like, oh yeah, I remember this one, but she's not telling me, so that's good.
Nat and I are pulling away from the enduro starts. We're gonna go hunt for a few more teams up here as we're headed towards the dunes after the enduro, right?
Yep, definitely. We've got about 3 teams ahead of us, and they're all starting to pile up behind us. So
Yeah, we'll make sure we stay out of their way.
yeah, don't want to tip them off before the checkpoints are.
Right?
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I never figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down. The sky is falling down.
Nat and I are trying to get ourselves to go find some other teams, but we're finding it a little bit difficult because there's so much spread between folks. You've got Laura Wanless and Kara, and I should note too, some of these teams started like a half hour before other teams, right? So it's not like, it's not an indication that one team is going like significantly slower than another, but it's just kind of as they've spread out, it's we're finding it very difficult to
Track them all down.
to track them all down. So I think what Nat and I are going to do is they're getting ready to head over here into the dunes, and that's why you see Liz here airing down a little bit more, trying to get that pressure as low as they practically can. And they're taking some headings, looking at their map, trying to get their bearings about where they are. And so I think Nat and I are going to head up that way, try to catch some of the other teams. Maybe they're up in the dunes already. And then we may come back this way if we can.
Yeah.
And see if we can catch some of the teams that are kind of behind and get some more of them. I like to give everybody a chance to kind of
Ooh, we got
be out
someone
here.
coming.
Oh, here comes someone. There's a red.
that looks
a
like
red.
Mandy
Oh, it's
and
Mandy.
Leeway.
Okay, yeah. There you go. So we haven't seen them in a while.
No.
So they're right there, and I'm blocking the road, as you can see, kind of, sort of. They can get around me. It's not that bad. But yeah, there they are over there.
How's it going?
So Mandy and Leeway both live out on the East Coast. So they are in a rented Jeep from Barlow, Nina, her company. And looks like we got some, I see another whip flag coming through here. So maybe we're getting some people, let me see. Nope, that's a side-by-side.
Oh.
That is not anybody else with our group.
False alarm.
False alarm. So yeah, I guess Nat and I have to decide what to do. Part of the tricky part here is, you know, we want to get ahead of the teams and try to film them, but we don't also want to lead them on. We know where we're going because we have Onyx maps and we know where all these checkpoints are. They don't know where they are. So we don't want to like go up and follow the route they're supposed to follow because we don't want to lead them, right? So it's kind of this balance of we want to get out there and we want to film, but we also don't want to impede their training and kind of.
And there's the 2 routes. So there's the X route going in the dunes, but
Yes,
then there's
also
the other route.
Yes, and we're on the X route. We should have made that clear. Yeah, this is the X route. This is a little more difficult route. But yeah, got side by side coming through here. And all right, so maybe what we'll do here is we're gonna kind of let these teams maybe clear a little bit. Maybe we'll head up to where we're going. We know there's a cone up there that they're trying to figure out. We know where it is. I don't want to lead them to it. So
Let them struggle.
let them struggle a little bit. Hey, you know what? Maybe we'll make like great commentators for the Rebelle this year. You and I. We could be like, let them burn. Let
Where
them
are they
struggle.
going? Why are they going that way?
Right.
But look at the clouds. I believe the direction should be that way.
Anyway, all right. Well, let's. Now we're gonna get ourselves back in the Jeep and wait for an opportunity to make our way up to the dunes and catch some action there, and then maybe come back this way. We'll
Sounds
see.
good.
We'll see how the day unfolds.
Yep.
All right, we made it up here to the kind of the start of the dunes, and you can see several of the teams are out of their vehicles back here behind me. Here comes a black Jeep. I don't think this is anybody with a rally. I don't believe. Yeah, that's not. But they will do this sometimes when they get out and they get to an area, and then they may get on foot and kind of try to fine tune where they think they're supposed to be. So that's what they're doing right now, is kind of fine tuning by foot. All right, they have found the blue cone they were looking for up here. So yesterday, Natalie and myself came out here and we set some blue cones to be the blue checkpoints for them. And a few of them we set wrong. So as Nina and Terralyn have been coming through, because Terralyn designed the course and she knows where they're supposed to be, she's been fixing them. So this one over here, I don't know if you can see it. I'll take you over there and show it to you. It's right behind a bush. So Avis was just giving me a bunch of lip about why the heck did we put it behind a bush, and it was very mean to do that. But it wasn't us. I think it was actually Terralyn, because we had it down there in the wrong spot when we set it yesterday. So let me show you what I'm talking about, what these cones are that they're looking for. So in the rally, they have green checkpoints, which are mandatory, and those are usually fairly easy to get to. Then they have blue checkpoints, which are optional, but they are marked by something, just like a green checkpoint. A green checkpoint is usually marked by a giant flag, and a blue checkpoint might be something kind of that size. It can be just a blue pole on the ground, something that's a little harder to spot. And then they have blacks, which are there's no marker at all, so those get to be pretty difficult. And out here in the dunes, where you can see here, and out here in the Sand Hollow area, they're going to be chasing some black checkpoints out here. And you know, there are no roads out here, so basically what they have to do is it's all distance and heading. So they kind of have to set their heading where they're going, start heading in that direction. Sometimes you have to drive around the dunes. It gets a little bit difficult for sure, measuring their distance, accounting for tire slip. It gets a lot more difficult than you think it may be, just to get out to a random point out there somewhere and click your clicker to see if you're at the exact coordinates you're supposed to be. So it's this is really tricky stuff here in the dunes. So this is top of the world here in the OHV area out here, and we had a few of the teams up here kind of using it for a higher vantage point. It's one of the higher points here, so that when you look out, if you look out here, the maps that they use have topo lines, and they can use that to identify landmarks. And so they were up here kind of using the topo lines and landmarks to kind of make a heading and figure out where they need to get to. So Avis and Liz were just doing that. We got another team up here doing that, and Avis and Liz have already left and back out into the dunes to see if they can find their spot. People at home who don't know what you're doing, what are you doing right here?
So we just found this checkpoint, top of the world, and to get to our next checkpoint, which has no marker, Nina's giving me a heading from the map. I've got the heading, which is 3 degrees on my compass, and I'm just finding a route, finding a couple bushes, rocks, sand, whatever, in line, and then we'll drive a heading and a distance to that next black checkpoint. So we might have to weave around, use some of the terrain, but general direction.
Awesome, great explanation. Thank you.
Thanks.
Just found a needle in a haystack. Here comes the Tacoma. She's gonna need to basically line that thing out in second gear in 4 low.
I think she's got it.
Yeah.
You got a side by side?
All right, the Tacoma's resetting here. So yeah, I was flying a drone, lost contact with it out here somewhere. Natalie and I come back down here in the Jeep, and I can't find it. It's you know, looking around, and then Natalie, like a needle in a freaking haystack, is like, there it is. I see it. I mean, you can see it's sandy, right? But that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. It was like flying, and all of a sudden it disconnected, and then I kept like walking around. We were up there, and I'm trying to walk around, get it going, connect, and then all of a sudden it just this message, and it said shutting down. I was like, great.
At least it landed this way.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. The handheld actually had like the last known location, at least is what I'm thinking. So you just like lined it up with what we saw, and then we were able to kind of pinpoint where it goes,
Yeah.
or where it landed.
Without good sleuthing, Natalie. All right, the girls down there just let some more air out of their tires, Avis and Liz. So let's see what happens this time. Man, 10 feet from the top. She's dug in. I don't think that's going anywhere.
They can go backwards.
Yeah. All right, attempt 3. All right, so I'm not sure if they just gave up on that and are trying to find a different route, or if they're gonna go back and try to get more speed. I'm not sure what they're doing. All right, well, they're going way out there, so maybe they're trying to find a different path back. This is very soft. You can see the side-by-side over here getting stuck now. This sand is no joke. They call it blow sand. And it's super, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Super, fine? Yeah, maybe super fine is the right word. All right, Matt and I are out here roasting. We're gonna get back in the Jeep and, I guess head on. We got out of the dunes, back down to the parking area down here, Sand Hollow. This isn't Sand Hollow, but this is like the OHV parking area.
When we moved west, I was told everything in the desert is trying to get you. Today, the Tacoma found that fate to be true. We took some damage. You can see it in the hood, you can see it in the quarter panel. There's no footage from the accident, but let's just say there was a rock, a hard place, in the desert floor. We celebrated the end of day one at one of my favorite places in St. George, Viva Chicken.
like, yes, please give me some. I want some.
All right, welcome to day 2. The morning meeting here just finished up, and everybody's kind of getting themselves oriented in their vehicles, getting ready to line up again. I think we're going to be starting down there somewhere. Avis and Liz are obviously going to be absent from their vehicle today while we figure out what to do about that later this week. But Liz and Natalie took Natalie's Jeep, and they're out on the course setting some cones before everybody heads out here this morning. Let's get down here and get some of these teams started. being a little gurgly. Made my way out to the start of the enduro out here with Bryce, Liz, and Nat are all here hanging out, and the first team has come in right here, the 392. So I guess we'll get them off on their enduro and wait for another team or two.
None of us knows which way this will go.
Okay, fine.
0.001 off, but
Okay, well,
I suppose.
How's it going navigating from the back seat?
It's kind of dark and it's hard to see the roads in the back seat, but I'm doing my best. I'm learning a lot of their process,
Okay,
which is clearly a good process. So
clearly.
Yeah.
And you've picked up Liz now. Liz is.
I got invited into the vehicle for the enduro.
So Nina picked up yet another passenger. You got your whole team here. So 2 teams represented here.
two teams, yeah.
All right.
I feel honored to be here.
Moving on from the enduro start, and I'm gonna make my way down here and see if I can't catch a few of the teams coming through the enduro stage here. I've reached the end of the enduro here that they're running today. As you can see, it was a little mixture of somewhat higher speed driving and actually some slower, not really crawling. I wouldn't call that crawling, but slower speeds for sure. Something you're not going to blast through. So a little mix of everything in there that they have to try to manage their speed through without missing any turns. All right, I think I'm gonna start heading out towards some more checkpoints, see what we can find going on out there.
trying to figure out where the heck we are. No, I'm just kidding. We're pretty sure we're pretty close to a bullseye. So, all right, what should it be?
47.
Pretty close. It's a little more that way, but we are
So I'm just going to
12
explain.
meters off of it.
12 meters. I'm going to explain a little bit about what they're doing here. So in the rally, in the actual Rebel rally, you would not have your phone. But what you have is a clicker.
A clicker, yep.
And when you click it, it gives you your coordinates. And then you'll be able to measure that against your map and know if you're on or not.
Correct. Yeah, and if our coordinates on our tracker are not what we expected, then we would probably take the time to plot it and see where we're at and see if we're still within that, that ring of safety.
So today, because this is not like an official rally thing, they have their phones, not using the phones because they're practicing.
Yep.
But they use the phones like a clicker. So if they're not sure where they are, they can pull up the phone and get their coordinates just like they would the clicker. So
yeah, so we're just plotting our points on our map of choice.
Map of choice.
And and yeah, checking like how far off we are. So for this one, we were 12 meters.
Yep.
Which is pretty spot on. Usually
pretty
like
good.
a 30 to 50 meters is what we're looking for a bullseye. So.
And this is a black here, so you know, I think I talked about those before, but the blacks, there's no marking at all.
Correct.
You're basically distance, heading, you know, trying to follow the roads the best you can and just land on a spot that has nothing on it. And you're only 12 meters from that spot, which is pretty good.
Yeah, and what we use for this one is we've got this nice like wash coming through. We can see this on the map off to the right. So we knew we were supposed to be about 50 meters off of that. So for us, that was our second guess.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing to help people understand, right? Is that you're looking at the map and there's land features on the map that also kind of help you.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's sort of a combination of heading, distance, looking at the map, looking at topo, looking at features. Yeah.
Yeah, and today's been very heading and distance heavy because a lot of our roads have not been on the map. So.
You mean Nina didn't give you the most detailed maps?
You know, she printed them in color today, so that was really nice of her, but it didn't help.
It's almost like that was on purpose. I'm not sure.
It's good practice.
Good challenge.
Yes.
Right. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves.
Thank you, definitely. Thanks, Rob. Have a good one.
You too. To explain a little bit more about the clicker, in case that wasn't very clear. So in the rally, they have this, I think it's yellow. It's this, basically it's this device that when they click it, it sends a satellite message back to the rally organizers, and it tells them the location that you click the clicker on. So that is how they determine points. And you can click the clicker anytime you want, but if you click the clicker and you're not where you were supposed to be, you'll be penalized for that. So, you know, you need to use that very sparingly. So they really try to only click the clicker when they believe that where they are, or if they're severely lost, they can do it to get their coordinates, kind of replot themselves on the map, and take a penalty. But out here, like we said, because they don't have the clicker, they use their phones, or some of the girls are running like Garmin GPS devices or something, and they'll treat that like their clicker. And as they're kind of scoring themselves throughout the day, you know, noting if they had to take penalties or not, you know, where they were, where they intended to be, those sorts of things. So hopefully that makes it a little bit clearer about what's going on here. How are you?
Getting crawling around, getting cactus pictures.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's starting to warm up out here. It's getting a little toasty. I've been trying these sun shirts. I'm not really sure if I'm digging them too much or not, but they do seem to make a little shade on your head, which is nice. So I've made it down here to checkpoint 15. So we're getting close to the end. I think there's 17, maybe 18 today. Got one of the teams down here now, and a lot of the checkpoints go to these kind of cool spots here. That is the Virgin River. So this is just an overlook here that kind of looks down there. Nice little campsite that is always a fun place to come hang out. And yeah, so not bad views. How's your practice been so far today?
Great.
Yeah?
So good.
You guys are having fun?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
so good.
Cool.
Beautiful out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nailing some checkpoints, learning some things along the way.
Remembering some things along the way.
It's been good. It's been really good.
Good stuff. I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourselves.
You
Thank
guys did
you.
a great job of setting it up.
Yeah, that enduro was really fun.
Yeah, I'm just the helper. I'm just the help.
Well,
All right.
thank you.
See you. Bye. I made it to checkpoint 18. There's some teams here. We got the 392 Wrangler team down here. We got the GX460 team here. I did see Avis, Liz, Nina, and Terralyn, but they headed back out onto course. There's still a few more teams out there. There may have been some more teams here that got here before me. I'm not sure about that. But this is it. This is the end of the day for them. And I need to get myself back home to deal with some barbecue that I've had smoking on the smoker. There is the girls have a little like picnic party thing planned for later this afternoon at Tara's house. And you guys who have been following our channel for a while know who Tara is. That was Avis's year one Rebel partner, who also is over here at Dixie 4-Wheel Drive. So I'm going to go deal with some pork. Let's get some pork off the smoker. You guys have fun?
We are having fun.
I scared you with the camera.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, what's he pointing at me?
Yeah.
Cool.
We're having a great time.
Awesome.
Thanks for
Well,
walking down
good to see
there.
you.
You want me to drive down there? You could get down right.
She's got no time for me, as she shouldn't. I think she's trying to hone in on that last black that's there.
Thank you, Rob. All of the girls appreciate you. This weekend would not have happened without Rob. He did the filming, he did the smoking, and he looked out for all of us.